First at 5:30, continuing coverage as voters head to the polls for statewide primary runoff elections today. This after record-breaking early voting and a lot of campaigning for candidates on the trail before polls close at 7. Tonight we are breaking down the key races and the impact. Joining us this evening is our political analyst Mark Owens, assistant professor of political science at the Citadel. And no doubt we have a lot to get to. So let's just start with, typically with these runoff races, it is a small voter turnout, but a big impact, right?
It is. It is this fact of a couple candidates are trying to reach voters. They had just a few weeks to do it, but whoever has the most compelling story is likely to win tonight compared to most voters.
Well, let's talk specifically to the gubernatorial race, the Republican ticket. We've got Lieutenant Governor Pamela Evette facing off against Attorney General Alan Wilson. They've been cross-campaigning across the state, and it really comes down to specific counties.
It does. Think about Horry County, where she got 50% of the vote and on the runoff, and then also a lot of different candidates where Alan Wilson could have been only 9% ahead. And so it's looking to the upstate. Where could Alan Wilson get more votes? Because 3 of the other candidates that were on the ballot before have endorsed him.
Right. And, Ralph Norman actually did really well in the upstate, winning several of those counties, including Greenville County. So, those are some of the, who will they vote for? Will they go for Wilson or will they go for Evette? I wanted to get your opinion, too, on this. So on Friday, big breaking news, President Trump officially doing a double endorsement. He had endorsed Pamela Evette back on May 29th. And then this past Friday, he says, I'm also endorsing Wilson. That can have an impact, too, right?
It sort of neutralizes what the early endorsement had been. We've seen President Trump do this in other states as well, like Arizona in a congressional race and 2 years ago in a governor's race. But this is one where all the candidates get to say, just look at the candidates and make the choice.
Well, and there's a new poll that came out. Now, we do want to say this is by the group Insider Advantage Survey. We don't know exactly, if they have an agenda or how truly unbiased this poll is, but it does have, this was done over Friday and Saturday, Wilson with a massive lead at 61%, 29% for Evette, 10% still undecided. So talk about a massive shift from just 2 weeks ago in those results.
It is. It speaks to a little bit that those polls in particular started to show Evette and Wilson move higher into the early primaries, but also that's not so different than how Wilson has performed in 2018 and other elections when he had to run in runoffs for the Attorney General position.
And let's talk about what has been a very, it's been a competitive district, the first congressional district. We had 16 candidates on the ballot, the most in recent history. Now we're down to 2 on both sides, so a lot to watch for that this evening.
It is, and now I think voters know the names of those 2 candidates. A lot more attention has come to the state representative and also county commissioners. They know those names, but now in particular, looking through the debates, finding out what they care about. And on the Democratic side, it's the compelling stories about veterans and what the Democratic Party will be and actually finding more of a voice in this area.
Yeah, it's a lot to watch, and you'll be joining us again.